It's now 2:45 in the morning. I'm just doing schoolwork and I'm taking a break because I'm having thoughts right now. I need to share my mind 'cause since YouTube deleted my video about the Kovacs when I was talking about the how Bill Gates said in 2010 in his TED talk how we can do a good job of subtracting the number of the human species with scenes. I have to be creative with it. But shout out to Zachary K. Huberman, Gematria Effect News. I'm watching his Twitch as I'm doing my homework, and he's trying to get out the word about the whole agenda that's taking place right now. I gotta be careful with my words. I don't want no more uh, gems deleted off of YouTube because people really can take something from them. And, I'm planting seeds right now. I'm a seed planter. So I'm planting these seeds in people's minds that some people may not know. I mean, because I'm pretty sure where I where I go to, who I hang around with, I'm the only one that's speaking out about this, especially in my age group. Um, I don't hear my other peers speaking about all this, but do I blame them? No, because there's only a select few people who knows what's really going on. It's all about it's all about what you do with your day. It's all about researching. It's all about knowledge. It's all about learning history and paying attention to what's going on today, except for just watching the news all day, acting like they supposed to tell you the truth. Um, even if, I mean, some people I come across too, and I try to wake up or plant seeds, they'll brush it off and be like, "Oh yeah, right. You don't know what you're talking about. If it was really that important, it'll be on the news. I would have heard about that already." And I used to think the same way. I used to think the exact same way, but boy, was I wrong. You know what I'm saying? This is starting to get like Nazi Germany. That's what it's. That's. I really think. Well, they're showing us flashes of it. I really think that's what's gonna go on. I mean, because you have to have certain paperwork to move around if you was a Jew back in Nazi Germany. And they and it's the same phrases that they use. Like history really repeat themselves because Nazi Germany, they'll do all these horrible things, and under it, it'll be they'll have the phrase "is for your safety." Now, in this day and age, it's not just Germany. This is the whole world passing all these mandates under it. It's for your safety because we care so much about your safety. We care so much about your safety that we're going to allow the most sued pharmaceutical company, which is Pfizer, rush out a scene to give you, even though they have a criminal history background. The most sued pharmaceutical company out of all the companies. That's the first company that we're going to allow to give you the scenes. That's how much we care about your safety. We're going to have all these ads for the scenes. Right after, if you're watching the news are telling you to hurry up and get the scene. When the news go on commercial, the commercial ads, all pharmaceutical companies um advocating to get the scenes. So it's just, and some people just don't want to see it. That's why I have another side to me that thinks like, well, is Bill Gates really that bad? That's a rhetorical question. Rhetorical question. Is it really that bad? Because some people really just need to go, man. I mean, there's no hope for them. Like, cognitive dissonance, that's what it really is. I never suffered that. If I believe something and somebody come across me and say, hey, what you believe is not true, and I'm going to say, well, prove it. And if they prove it, okay, he proved it. So I don't believe that no more. I've learned. Cognitive dissonance is really, it's a hardcore mental problem. Like, people really need to get that checked out. That that's really insane. I was just telling my partner the other day about what cognitive dissonance is, and I used an example of like that's like saying LeBron James can't dunk a basketball, and somebody like that's believing that LeBron James can't dunk, and somebody show you a video of LeBron James dunking, and you saying to yourself, he still can't dunk. I don't believe that. Like, but you showing him the video of LeBron James dunking. That's what cognitive dissonance is. This really believing something, not and still believing in what you believe in, even though you're being proven wrong. That's what a lot of people suffering today because of brainwash, because of mind control. If you're getting told something your whole life and a random person who's, well, not your family member, maybe your family member, tell you something that's opposing to what you believe in your whole life, you're gonna, most people just brush it off and still believe in what they believe in, and that's a problem. But, I mean, honestly, like, why would the news, well, the people who control the news are not gonna tell you valuable, important, relevant, mainstream news, I'm talking about, information. Because if they did, since y'all really want to be healthy, since we all want to be safe and healthy for our safety, since we want to be healthy, let's stop drinking soda. Everybody, let's stop drinking soda. Let's stop drinking alcohol. Let's stop eating McDonald's, Wendy's, fast food, all them fast food places. Let's stop eating candy. Let's stop eating chips. Let's stop uh, drinking milk. Uh, all that. Let's just stop. Y'all want to stop doing that. Y'all do not want to stop doing that. I don't want to stop doing that. My grandpa, 80 some years old, last time I went to go see him, he asked me to go across the store and give him a Coke and some Lay's chips. He 80 some years old, he's pretty healthy. I mean, he doesn't abuse the junk food, but every once in a while, somebody wants some, like, it's nice to have some junk food every once in a while. But people acting like they're just top notch health experts in the Western Hemisphere of the medical field. That's why I say y'all can't trust the hospitals, because the hospitals aren't pushing for healthy lifestyles, exercising, eating right. I really feel like they're both important, but I rely more on exercising than eating healthy. I don't eat junk food all day where I barely eat, but I feel like exercising, like, if you eating junk food all day, if you eating junk food all day and not exercising, that's bad. But if you eating junk food all day, that's what I'm saying. Not most people in this world are not eating healthy. So let's just say we're gonna eat junk food because we already do. If you eat junk food all day and you sitting down chilling all day, that's not good. So you might as well, cause you already know you finna eat junk food. You might as well just go ahead along and exercise along with it, so you can balance it out. It's all about balance, right? So what was I saying? I'm just going off right now, man. I need to just post certain videos about certain topics, but I just be going all over the place. I made this video because I had a problem with people like saying that if it's not in the news, it's not important. Well, you gotta realize who controls the news. Do the people who control the news, ask yourself, I mean, and like this, do the people who control your news care about your safety? Really ask yourself that question. Because if they did, they wouldn't tell you to get the scene. They wouldn't tell you to wear a mask all day long. They wouldn't tell you to breathe in your own breath. You're not supposed to breathe in it. You let out carbon dioxide. You know who's supposed to take in carbon dioxide? Plants, trees. They take in carbon dioxide. My bad. Yes, they take in carbon dioxide and they let out oxygen. We take in oxygen and let out carbon dioxide. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. Like, I'm pushing things to speaking on things so it can go back to normal, bro. Because this whole mass thing and the scenes and mandatory stuff, they're trying to create this and make this the new normal. First, it was 2 weeks to slow the spread. Stay in your house. How do we get from 2 weeks to slow the spread to this? That's why y'all need to go back and read books about the Holocaust. They slowly started off. They made things comfortable at first. And then nobody really had pushback against it like what's going on right now. Not really many people are going along with it and looking down on others who's pushing back against the tyranny that's taking place upon the masses. Plus I slept all day, so I'm up right now. But like 2 weeks to slow the spread. Then how we get from that to conversations about scenes, passports. So you need a scene in order to fly. Like like also, like I said, they work in 19-year cycles. So from 2001 to, well, last year, that's when the pandemic happened. 19 years. 2001, 19 hijackers and 9/11. 19 years later, C-19. I mean, think about it. I'm pretty sure 19 years later in 2039, they're gonna hit you with some 19 stuff. After that, what's 39 plus 19? I don't feel like doing math, but I know when you add 19 a certain amount of times from 2020 is gonna equal 2077, and that's why gematria is a good, and knowledge about like about secret societies is a good thing to have, because when they make games, because they gotta show it to you before they do it. It's like one of their ethics things. So like that zombie stuff, and I forgot what news report, but they had an article about how to survive a zombie apocalypse. That might actually really happen with these scenes. Like, why would they? Cause I don't know. But 2077 is about a game. People are really just part robots, and But just look up the game. I was watching Chris Smoove play it, and everything was just virtual reality. People staying at their house with a headset, and like, for all the creeps out there, for the headset, the virtual reality thing, you can actually hook up with hookers and prostitutes all like from your house. All it is just a virtual reality, but it's real. And the name of the game is 2077, and we know that they work in 19-year cycles. 1982, War on Drugs. 2001, War on Terror. 19 years later, War on Germs. 19 years later, probably gonna be 2039, probably gonna be War uh on humans. 19 years later, probably gonna be War on life. Like, but I'm gonna have a hard time thinking about the caption titles for this video. But subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram, htx.camg. But I'm gonna fuck with y'all.